Today we're going to be looking at movie posters and trying to figure out what it's about. So right here we got the movie Mummies, and it seems like they're going to be in a telephone booth the entire movie, just wrapping themselves in the telephone booth.
I would like to add on that point, that sounds really great. I think what happens here is they find this telephone booth, right?
Yeah.
And it's like magical. So what they do is they go inside and then the entire family gets turned into mummies. That's just
Like, I feel like there will be a mummy taking over the place, and the kids just kind of going around see how to solve this mystery. And I think the phone booth is like one of the settings for the place, the main settings, where they had to go in there and try to achieve something. Yeah.
I think they can also be time traveling back to ancient Egypt and mummifying themselves.
those are pretty good.
Kind of just assume based on that.
So you got the mummies part right, and maybe the time traveling. So what happens is 3 mummies end up in present day London, and then they try to find a ring that was stolen by an archaeologist, Lord Canarby. Yeah. So you had some interesting ideas, but not really
bit
there.
What?
What is this?
Can someone
that?
pronounce that?
Wait, how do you say the title? Joe. Hi.
I think it's set in
This is definitely a romance. I
Yeah,
feel like.
definitely a romance.
So.
like a ripoff of La La Land. I don't know. That's what it seems like to me.
I think what this movie's about here, going off of this image, is it's a guy and he's absolutely disgusted by the putrid smell of the woman right here, as you can see, right? And so throughout the movie, he's getting these different angles of trying to get rid of that smell. And then right here, we're seeing that he's dancing with the girl to see if like the movement of the air around will like dissipate the nasty smell that she has in her. I think that's what the movie's about.
Seems.
Seems very unaware of this though. She's enjoying it.
Yeah.
He's not.
Exactly, because the smell is so putrid.
It could be different than smell, It could be the way who she is, And she's
Yeah.
like, why am I with this woman at this moment of my life? Kind of.
So the only description I was given of this movie is madness ensues when a player in the world of romantic relationships finds a girl who's a worthy opponent that believes love is a battle of wits. What that means, I have no idea, but
Okay.
yeah, very helpful.
Okay. Champion.
Alright. So this movie is probably about this guy trying to build a team with people who aren't really chosen to play basketball. Like the last picks, the underdogs, basically. And he's trying to make the world's best team out of these 4 individuals.
So I think in my opinion, you're right. He's making a team of very, unrational players, type of players you wouldn't see on the court usually. But I don't know, dude on the right, he definitely plays some basketball. You can see him like looking to the right. He's like, oh yeah, this is my game. That ball right there, 3-pointer every second.
He seems a little bit lost though.
Yeah, he does.
So
Yeah.
They may have different players sign up, and then he just randomly picks from the list. That's why you can see that guy all the way at the end could be playing sport.
Okay, yeah, that
He
makes
just kind of
sense.
randomly picked out from the list that people signed up.
So you started off great and were almost perfectly on the plot line, and then it just went downhill from there. So it's actually about a former minor league baseball or basketball coach, and he was given a whole bunch of players with disabilities, but he realizes that he can make a great team from them, and that's what the movie is about.
Oh, we got that very close.
I've actually seen this movie, just putting that out. Seen the trailer for this movie, just putting it out there.
well, obviously you can tell he's like a vampire, tell him by the fingernails and maybe the teeth, and maybe that's his partner in crime or in love.
So this I don't know what to really make much out of it. Could be a romance, Kind of. That guy just looks awkward. He had the guy at the back. You can see based on the eye positions, and then he may be dating multiple people.
Oh, okay,
or
so-
multiple guys based on the amount of rings he has. Yeah,
So like multiple marriages at the same time. Okay.
pretty much. I mean,
It could also be like the vampire's stalker, stalking this
Oh.
young man because
Okay.
it sucks to be him,
Yeah.
according to the title.
yeah.
So, Rainfield is about Rainfield, the tortured aide to his narcissistic boss, Dracula. And so he's basically forced to do all of Dracula's bidding, and so he realizes after centuries that he's not happy, and so he wants to leave and see if there's a world out there.
This looks like
You might have seen this trailer. I'm not sure.
this feels like Soul.
So.
Movie
yeah.
Soul. That's
Yeah, I can definitely see that like animation route to it.
So we got here elementals, opposites react. So it could be two groups of people like Romeo and Juliet, I'm guessing, because
Yeah.
that,
you know,
that feels more accurate.
family of water and fire, they don't really like each other, but you know, these two find love within each other. So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything else?
I think what the movie is about is obviously they're taking a play off of like Fireboy and Water Girl, right? But they're switching it around this time because you know they don't want that copyright issue. So then I think what the movie's about here is it's basically like Fireboy and Water Girl games. You know, they go around different temples just solving puzzles and stuff like that. And I think that's the movie right there, honestly.
Well, it feels like a typical Disney movie going around with some bullies, you know, kind of
Okay, yeah.
doing something with them, and at the end they just kind of romance each other.
Oh, okay.
That feels.
So Elementals follows Ember and Wade in a city where fire, water, land, and air resides and lives together. And that's all I've got, so yeah.
So Fireboy and Water Girl, I was right. Basically.
Ooh, I've seen the
Yeah,
trailer for this.
that's an interesting one.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer for this one as well. So that's
It's got the Z in.
Okay, so this looks like a setting set in some kind of war zone. You can see the new nuclear warhead or the bombs at the background. Kind of cloud just kind of goes everywhere, and this guy is probably the main character that tries to end the war.
There's some very interesting details in this movie. They're actually going to use a real life atomic bomb for the movie set, which is
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
That could be.
So it's about an American scientist, J. Robert Oppenheimer, and his role in the development of the atomic bomb. So that's what this movie is about.
yeah. I've also seen this trailer. Just putting it out
Watching
there.
stuff.
Yeah, stop going on the internet.
Very much superheroes. I feel like that's Ashton's like go-to
Yeah, I'm a
movies.
big superhero guy. So this was the second they dropped that. The second they announced this, I was watching it.
So obviously we got Blue Beetle here, you know, fighting crime, villains. I don't really know DC villains a lot, but I can tell it's Blue Beetle.
Could be a new hero being introduced. You know.
So this is your DC Spider-Man knockoff. A Mexican teenager finds an alien beetle that gives him superpowers with as armor. So yeah, your knockoff Spider-Man.
Have you seen this one?
No, I can't say I have.
All right, so obviously it seems like a horror movie already. Don't let it out. So we got the boogeyman in the closet. It seems like, you know, he's coming out. And
So I think what this movie's about, right, is there's this dude named Bouger, right, and then his last name is Man, right, and in the movie he's in his house, and then what he does is he's using the bathroom, and he blows. He releases such like a nuclear fart that it encases the house in the snow.
I like.
And that's where the phrase "don't let it out" comes from.
he had very vivid nightmares about a fart.
So a teenage girl and her little sister, their mother just died, and they are plagued by a sadistic presence in their house, and they struggle to get their grieving father to pay attention before it's too late.
Typical.
Typical horror movie.
Thanks for watching, y'all.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
And I just want to put this out there. I think if you let me in the movie industry, I'm making some absolute bangers. Just putting that out there.
I think that's